Hey guys, in this video, I'll be demonstrating you guys what exactly you need to do in order to hit 10K a month, right? And this is quite straightforward. If you're not able to hit 10K a month with these processes, right, you are a complete bum, right? You should just go jump off a bridge and die. Now I'm joking, you shouldn't do that anyways, back to the point, right? So there are three key things that you need in your SMMA in order to drive revenue, right? The last thing you're going to focus on is service. The first thing that you need to focus on is getting clients because that is what's going to get you your revenue at the start of SMA, right? And this is where a lot of the gurus go wrong in trying to, sauce you up with some BS that, appointment wise and all this stuff that's not even relevant to you at the start of your journey. The first thing that you have to focus on is getting leads because by getting leads, you're going to get appointments and then you're going to start closing deals, right? And in order to do so, right, you need to have an offer in place. So you need to call out the niche with your certain offer. You need to have an acquisition model. So you need to get leads and get appointments by having a certain acquisition model. Either it's cold calling, paid ads, or email, or Instagram DMs, or Facebook DMs, whatever it is, right? And you need to have a service, right? You can't pitch people, hi, I'm doing this. Like you need to do something specifically that's going to help them. So you need a service, right? Either SEO, Facebook ads, websites, whatever it is, any digital service that you think the niche will obviously benefit from. You need to have a service, right? And of course, last of all, you need an ideal avatar. You need a niche because the best thing to do in SMA is focus on and dial in one niche because when you dial in one niche, you're gonna start understanding the people in the niche. You're gonna start understanding the problems, and you can obviously tailorize your service, acquisition model, and offer towards that niche and devise the best strategy in order to hit 10K a month, right? So first things first, how am I gonna get leads, right? And how am I gonna get appointments? Because that's the first question that you're gonna get when you start SMA is how do I get in front of prospects? How do I get on sales calls? Because obviously without sales calls, you can't close deals. So first things first, you need a good offer, right? And you need to pick an acquisition model, but I'll get to that afterwards. So with offers, right? The best thing to do in SMA is to hit your niche with a good offer, right? Because let's face it, these people are being hit up with the same messages every day, especially at the start if you're doing some sort of cold outreach, right? They're being hit out with the same messages for the same services every single day. So what's gonna make you stand out, right? What's going to make someone interested in actually hopping on a call with you for you to pitch them your service, right? You have to have some type of offer in place, right? So, for instance, it can be X clients in X months. So I guarantee you 20 clients in 30 days, right? And always have a guarantee in place because obviously people like guarantees. People, you need to put like some sort of risk reversal. So say I guarantee you 30 clients in 30 days, and if we do not deliver, you don't pay us a penny, or or your money back. If I guarantee you 20 clients in 30 days, or you get your money back. I guarantee you 30 clients in 30 days, and you only pay after I send you these clients or after you close the clients, right? So there are a lot of ways to frame these offers, right? But the main thing that you're gonna have to do is obviously do market research first and see what people are already doing and completely differentiate yourself from that and hit the market with a very low barrier to entry offer because that's the first thing that you need. You need to hit the market with something people haven't done before in order to get the experience, right, of how to service and make clients, how to hop on sales calls and how to close deals, right? So start with something low barrier to entry, right? I'll suggest, after the deal is closed, something like that, right? Because that's what's going to get people's interest at the start. And then after that, obviously, you start tailoring towards, you track down the metrics, you track down how many messages or cold calls you're doing, and how many messages, how much volume you have to do to get a reply, how much volume you have to do to get a booking, right? We'll get into that, right? So the key thing about an offer is having a guarantee in place and obviously a risk reversal, because the key thing about a risk reversal, let's say like I'm offering you something, right? Just in case it goes wrong, the client will trust you that there's a guarantee in place and a risk reversal in place so that it won't end up in a loss, it'll just end up at its current situation, right? So the only upside, so the contract or the partnership they have with you only has upsides, right? They don't have downsides to it, as opposed to like monetary or anything else like that, right? So once you get the offer right in place, and once you realize, oh damn, this is the offer that I'm going to use to get into the market that I want to go into, you're going to need to pick an acquisition model, right? You need to start reaching out to these prospects either through cold calling, ads, or emails, because that's how you're going to get your appointments, and that's how you're going to close your deals, right? So there are three main acquisition models that I'd start with at the beginning, because these are the easiest, in my opinion, to get clients, right? So the first two, if you do not have money but you have time, because obviously at the start, before you're generating any money, you're gonna have hella time. And I don't want to sound rude or anything like that, but at the start, especially if you're not generating enough cash, your time is not as valuable as you think it is, right? You need to spend that time in the trenches, and you need to spend time learning how this stuff works. And the best way to do it is obviously learning it the hard way, right? By hustling and grinding out your time, right? So with cold calling, right, it's quite straightforward. What you can do is, you go online, you can use Phantom Buster, right? Search up Phantom Buster online, use temp mail, use a disposable email, create your free trial accounts, and then do a Google Map scrape of, say you're a dentist in XYZ location, and type that in Google Maps, and then you click the URL, right? Then put it on a Google Sheet, and you click the Google Sheet link and put it on Phantom Buster, and Phantom Buster will scrape all the leads in the area and put it all nicely for you in the format of sheets, and you can just start calling the leads nicely, right? So, right, ideally with cold calling, if you're calling 200 people a day, right, and let's say 10 people respond to your phone, and you 2 out of 10, so 20% of the 20% of the pickups converted into appointments. That's 2 appointments per day, right? See how scalable that is immediately, right? So it's pretty easy. I mean, just doing is the hard part. So then there's cold emails. It's the same thing, same process. You just scrape leads, scrape the emails of the accounts, and just you can either automate it by using a software such as Instantly, or you can do it manually. If you don't have 70 like $80, right, you can just do it, and you can't buy domains, etc., etc. You can just do it manually per day. What I suggest at the start is use a combination of two cold outreach strategies. So combine either cold calling your email, cold calling or instant DMs, cold calling or Facebook DMs, right? That way you can ultimately get more volume and reach out to prospects in different ways, right? Final thing here is ads. And how you're going to run ads is quite simple. You're going to put a budget of $33 a day, right? Run it broad on Facebook. Create multiple creatives, right? At least five, in my opinion, because you want to test out multiple things. And ideally, what works best is videos, right? So you're going to use video creatives. And with the video creatives, how you want to start it out is by calling out the niche and create multiple hooks. So each video starts off, with a different call out for the, your ideal avatar, right? And then throw in your offer and throw in your risk reversal immediately, because that's what they're going to listen to at the start. So the call out, right? So hook with the call out, and then, your offer plus risk reversal, and then you put your body. So film like 5, 6 video ads, right? And get them nicely edited, and then just run it broad in the country that you operate in, right? And it's pretty straightforward, man. I can make another video going deep details into it. Once you get the acquisition model sorted, right, and once you're hitting up these, cold prospects on cold calling or email or through paid ads, hitting them up with the offer, you need to hop on these calls with a service, right? Something that's going to help them get X, Y, Z amount of clients in X, Y, and Z days, right? Because that's how you're going to close the deal, right? So obviously there are multiple things that you can offer to them. You can offer to them Facebook ads. You can offer to them SEO/PPC. You can offer to them websites, right? Whatever it is, you need to just hop on the call and show them a method or a service which is going to help them get what you offer to them through the acquisition model. Does that make sense? Finally, all of this will not make sense without picking your ideal avatar. And I'm kind of dabbled into it earlier, right? You need your ideal avatar, you need your ideal niche because you need to stick to one thing. A lot of people, they shift into multiple niches. And, in the end of the day, what's going to happen is you're just going to burn and churn everywhere because you need data, right, to make sure of every single client that you have in the certain niche in order to deliver a proper service. Because I'll be real with you, at the start of SMMA, you're probably gonna burn hella clients in order to learn how to run any type of service. You know what I mean? So ideally, you want to stick to one niche. That way, you're gonna have one service. You're gonna have experience, and you're gonna know what works and doesn't work in certain areas, certain demographics, with certain clients. You're really gonna dive deep into what type of service you have to offer to them. And once you get that understanding the niche, that's what's going to separate you out from the rest of the people in the niche who are actually just looking for instant gratification, instant results, because this is not going to be a short term goal, but this is going to be a long term. And for long term, you have to focus on LTV, you have to focus on, lifetime value, right? So in the end of the day, that just comes back to picking your niche and sticking to it, right? Without it, you have nothing, in my opinion. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I apologize for kind of being all over the place. But if you do want one-on-one help, just DM me on Instagram. I will hop on a call with you guys. If you guys have any questions or need any help, I'm more than happy to hop on a call. Just give me a DM on Instagram and we'll go over everything. Right. So peace out, guys. Hope you have a great day. Bye.